I had no time. I had no time at all to psych myself up or or get ready for this really today. So I'm just kind of sliding in. So let's hope that I don't forget anything or completely lose my mind. Let's hope there's no errors today, no technical glitches or anything today. So I'm going to give everybody a second to see that it's live. I realized I was a couple minutes late. There we go. David says just slid into. We're really going there right now. No worries, Spencer. Sometimes we gotta take time away. Hello, Glazoo and Tyler and David Firsty. Thank you. I feel like death twice ran over. Thank you so much. So I am pulling all this up. Can you remove my vanilla lotion that's in the top drawer of my nightstand?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm pulling out all the stops right now to just keep my brain from spilling out my ears at the moment. So yeah, I do not feel great. I feel like I look and sound and feel like absolute dog poo. Thank you. So I'm really pulling all the stops. I've got, let's see, I got a warm bean bag. I'm just gonna put on my back, and my mommy blanket. This was a little Afghan that my mom gave me when I was a little kid, and she said that if I was ever missing her, I could put her around me and get a hug. So I have that. I'm just gonna put that on my lap, my feet, and some vegan chai and some lotion. So I'm just trying to make myself physically and mentally not a mutant right now. I'm sorry to hear that you're dealing with a lot, Spencer. In case you can't tell, relatable. I think that it's the time of year that a lot of us, are going through stuff. So thank you, Tyler. Definitely going to talk about that. So thank you very much. If you guys have not heard, you need to pause this immediately and go over and watch the most recent short before we go further. But for those of you that are new, this is just a little live stream that we do to check in with each other, share our struggles, share our wins, hold space for each other, and just all in all talk about our mental health so that we're not feeling like we have to hold it in. So we do have a goal this week is going to go toward the community. I alter between myself and the community. This week's going to go toward the community. I have that goal of reaching 250 in pledges. And so help me God, if we do not hit that goal this week, I'm just going to burn the whole house down. We got to have the win, guys. We got to have the win. But in all seriousness, you can use the super chat or super sticker function, or if you want to make a bigger pledge, you can do so using PayPal or Venmo. That information is always in the descriptions of these streams, and I will keep an eye on that and keep that in the total. So I'm old school and write down my total and realized I didn't have a pen because I just seriously was very unprepared. So I'm writing it with this pretty marker that's going to come out this color. So yeah, I will track that. And I am not a licensed mental health professional. So if you are in a crisis situation, please make sure that you're getting the help that you deserve. Any insights I give, any advice I give or anything, it's just based on my own experiences, that of other people I've interacted with a little bit of psychology dripped in because I do have a bachelor's in forensic psychology. Oh, Glazoo says, funny shirt. So yeah, this is one of the new merch options. I'm so excited. This is my very first piece of my merch that I've got to wear. So I was very excited about it. But yeah, this is a new design that you can go get in the shop. I don't know if it's appearing below for you guys. It usually appears below the videos and streams. But if not, the link is over on the community page, or let's see, I can drop it here. But you can get it in shirts or oops, wrong thing. You can get it in shirts, you can get it in hoodies, you can get it in mugs. You can have a happy little mug. There's some holiday designs, some other designs that are just meant to raise awareness for mental health, start conversation. The I'm mental one, I think, is everybody's personal favorite. That's the one I see a lot of people talk about. So yeah, you should be able to gift shirts to others. It's a great question, David. You should be able to do that. There should be a gift option in there that takes off the receipt and everything, which, just FYI, Amazon does not do that for most products at this point. I've noticed just like everything I go to get, regardless of what it is, doesn't have that option anymore. Not that I'm getting a lot these days, but I've heard several other people say the same thing, that Amazon's just seeming to not have that option much. Hello from New Jersey. Howdy. That room in your announcement video is a real room in your basement. Is it? How'd you know? How'd you know, T? It does come in black, Ash. The shirt does come in different colors. So the designs in the shop come in different colors. They come in different sizes. And obviously there's designs for men and women. So Dead Demon's asking what colors it comes in. So this one specifically, it comes in a lot of colors, like pretty much every color you like, you can get it in. I think some of them look better than others, but yeah, there's like white and gray and black and burgundy and orange and pink and different shades of blue, purple. There's a tie-dye one. So there's a lot of different options, pretty much whatever your favorite color is. But if you guys do check out some, I need to see pictures, and you can either tag me on Instagram or you can send them to me. I'll post them here in the community. I'll post any pictures over on the community page. So if you want to get your own mug for Coco for Christmas, like I said, there are a couple Christmas designs, or if you want to just get something to raise awareness for mental health, it will make me very happy to see everyone in their gear. It'll be like our little pack uniforms. Excited for Christmas? Yes, in the sense that I am excited. I'm excited for Rora's first Christmas. The Christmas is kind of stressing me out right now, and I know a lot of you are going to be able to relate to that. So yeah, I'm really struggling with it. I'm stressed out for a plethora of reasons, but it's heavy because it's a time that I always got excited to share with my friends and talk about the NSYNC Christmas album and everything. So I'm really feeling the lack of my friends. I'm feeling the lack of family a little extra this year because of some things going on. So I'm just really feeling pretty isolated, and I'm really trying to connect to Aurora and Bryson and Aaron, and I love them all so much, and I'm very grateful and happy for my little family. But it's still isolating when you're trying to grieve and process different losses. And as any of you know that have lost anyone, you never really stop grieving on some small on some small level with people that you've lost. I know I'll never stop grieving my parents. I'd come to the acceptance phase for sure, but I'd still feel lonely sometimes. Some things trigger it, and I've just been really triggered this year. Thank you, David, for starting the chain, getting us to that $250, because nobody wants to see me burn the house down and not have any place to live. Tyler says, fact of the day, video games can help with depression and anxiety, providing a sense of accomplishment, a way to relax, a social connection, even by offering therapeutic gameplay mechanics. You're absolutely right. I do want to add the footnote there that they can have the adverse effect if it turns into an addiction. I've seen games like World of Warcraft, Call of Duty. I've seen games completely consume people and actually damage their mental health. So it really depends, like a lot of other things, on how you're utilizing that skill and how you're leaning into that, whether you're leaning into it as a way to completely escape all the time and never confronting the grief, never confronting the anxiety, never confronting those challenges, or whether or not you're just using it to decompress and relax. There's a big difference. I can be quite the firebug, yes. The Wazoo says, I understand people like Christmas, but nobody don't understand me because I hated Christmas. I have not really felt Christmas much since it wasn't even my parents passing. It was a few years before my parents passed. When I moved to Arizona the first time when I was 16, I stopped feeling Christmas, and I haven't really felt it since. I really want that sense of magic. And while there's a lot of things that definitely feel magical in the sense of feeling very positive, feel very warm and cozy, I just don't feel that Christmas magic. Part of it is not believing in Santa. Part of it's not believing in God, which to me, kind of the same process of acceptance. But yeah, it's just kind of a bummer. Ash says I might fall asleep, but just in case I'm sending my love, that is A-okay. I hope that you get some rest. I feel like I've just been rambling. David says other holidays are a day. Christmas is a season. I feel such a crash the day after such a big and long build up that it's done. I've always felt that even as a kid. I always felt the post Christmas depression. Yeah. Hmm. Dead Demon says some games are also addictive as well, and some cost loads of money on top of it. That is mind-boggling to me. Not the addictive part. I understand the addictive part, but the costing lots of money. I understand the cost of the game initially, but all of this in-game content that you have to buy or the upgrades. I don't know what it's called. DLC, I think is the term. I'm so out of the gaming loop. I play old school games. I don't play new games because they are meant to be very addictive. So I just like to play old school Nintendo games sometimes. Hence the Triforce. Oop, wrong hand. Hence the Triforce tattoo. But yeah, I'm not much of a current gamer. I just don't like this whole everything being created to be as addictive as humanly possible. I don't dig that. Not my forte. I love winter solstice period. I don't do Christmas anymore. I was pagan for quite a few years and was more into celebrating the solstice and stuff. I got a graded game going for $5,000. I don't know what that means. Davis says, I'm excited for the Olympics in a few months. Takes me back to childhood, laying on the floor, watching them, seeing all the scenery from foreign places. I love that that's your takeaway. That's so unique that that's your takeaway of the Olympics. I feel like most people really lean into the talent and stuff, and I love that you lean into the scenery. Robert says, what day was Aurora born? I left a comment on one of your videos that my birthday was May 12th, and you replied that was your due date. So I'm just curious. It was my original due date. She was supposed to be due in May, but she ended up being born on In Sync Day, which is pretty poetic to anyone that knows me. So she's born on April 30th. So didn't quite make it to May. Oh, my Lord, my Lanta. That's insane. Dead Demon that you spent that much on a game. I would say that that's probably breaking into addiction level, possibly. Hey, Barry, no need to apologize. December is a really challenging month for a lot of people, so don't think that you are alone there. I'm sorry that your mom passed so close to Christmas. I can understand how that can make it that much more difficult. Christmas became very very melancholy, if not outright depressing for me as well after my parents passed, but I can see it being so close that would make it even worse. Let me make sure that this is pulled up. So when we get to more pledges, and I do want to say this time of year, there is a lot that I want to do. I thought that would be kind of cool if we did some community angel tree fulfillments and stuff like that. I think that would be really amazing. What do you guys think? I was thinking that we use some of the money from the pledges to do some fulfillments, and maybe I can post a video about that or something just a little short about that, showing what we do. I know that a lot of people are really struggling, and there is at this point a pretty decent wait list of people who I'm trying to help with therapy and stuff. That's another big thing in the community that we do. It depends on the needs at the time. Therapy is the big thing, and I really wanted to do some outreach for Christmas. So this particular stream will be toward the Christmas outreach and whatnot. And like I said, there's a lot of people that are needing therapy and stuff, that this is a perfect time of year for them to start to really feel like they're moving in the right direction at a time that can be very heavy for a lot of us who have experienced loss, or who just might not feel the magic anymore, might feel like it's more stressful, like it's more perfunctory than it used to be. So I really want to be able to help and bring that Christmas joy, that Christmas spirit. So I really, really hope that we make that 250 goal so that we can so we can do some different things. I'm really excited for that. That's what will make my Christmas happy. That's what will make me feel good about Christmas, is being able to do that outreach and helping people, because that's the thing that I get the most out of the channel, out of the community, honestly, is being able to do the outreach and helping. So if you want to support the community, that's a great way to do it. All of the Patreon funds also go toward the outreach. And the Patreon has dropped pretty low in the past few months since I went on my month of maternity leave. Patreon dropped pretty low. So if you are in a position to join the pack over there, if you are in a position to pledge today, those are just some things that it's going to go towards, is some Christmas outreach, some therapy for the community, and who knows, there's always random things that are coming onto the radar here in the community. So I want to be doing as much as possible. It makes me feel some sense of Christmas spirit. That's what I'm saying. That's why I stick with retro games. You buy a game once and it's complete. Yeah, that's what I just love playing old school games. And you know what? I'm just going to say it. The old games are harder, way harder than the new games. The new games might be more expansive and more addictive, but I feel like as a whole, they're not really as challenging. But at the same time, they're really overtly complicated. Does that make sense? I feel like back in the day, all of the games for Nintendo and Super Nintendo had challenging puzzles. They had not challenging gameplay per se, but it was about timing. It was about things like that. And I feel like now with games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example, I'm a huge Zelda fan. Again, Triforce on the hand. I was a huge Zelda fan. I had this goal to beat every Zelda game, so I was really excited when Breath of the Wild came out. And then I played it for a couple of hours, and I've tried 3 or 4 different times and played for several hours and just went, okay, I put hours into this and I've gotten nowhere. This isn't fun. It's still in like this learning phase, and I don't like how long that's taking and how many cutscenes there are, and everything was just super complicated for me. I'm sitting there freaking out because it's okay, now I'm supposed to use this magnetic thing, but then that takes these buttons, and man, I'm used to like A, B, maybe start. Like the most complicated thing I ever did was the N64, and let's be real, I never used those like half the buttons on an N64 control pad. So yeah, I kind of gave up on that goal. I have not beat Breath of the Wild. I will not even try Tears of the Kingdom. So oh, we got another pledgy pledge. Oh, we got an anonymous pledge for 50. Thank you so much, Anonymous. I adore you so much. So we're at 55 out of our 250 goal. The happiness comes in building up another. Support them, encourage them, make them smile. Seeing the joy you create and another brings joy to oneself. I absolutely agree with that. And thank you so much for bringing us closer to our pledge, our pledge goal. So thank you so much. I want to read a good news story. If I look like a mutant, I'm really sorry. If I sound like a mutant, I'm even sorrier. I feel like I sound like Ridge from my soap opera right now for anybody that watches The Bold and the Beautiful. So, from crying clubs to cuddle therapy, here's how people are combating loneliness across the U.S., particularly around the holidays. In 2023, former United States Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy sounded the alarm about a public health crisis plaguing the country, social isolation, and thus was coined the loneliness epidemic. Am I the only one that finds it ironic that we're in the age of social media and we're having an epidemic of loneliness and social isolation? Given the significant health consequences of loneliness and isolation, we must prioritize building social connection the same way we prioritize other critical public health issues such as tobacco, obesity, and substance use disorders, he said in a statement in 2023. Together, we can build a country that's healthier, more resilient, less lonely, and more connected. His number one recommendation... His number one recommendation to strengthen social infrastructure can be supported by evolving legislation to fund parks, libraries, and other community spaces. Actually, I was really happy yesterday. I'm going to consider this my win for the week. I was really happy yesterday because Bryce Tremor and I got to go to a new library. It was the first library in our area that's been open in 30 years, and it was amazing. And he was very excited about it. So I don't know if my win is I got to go, or if my win was that I have a 14-year-old that's excited for a library opening and likes to read and checked out a bunch of books. But either way, I think that's an excellent step, and seeing all those people there connecting and stuff was pretty awesome. As we end 2025, isolation is even further exacerbated by societal division. According to the American Psychological Association, more than half of Americans reported that they feel isolated, left out, or lacked companionship. And I want to really highlight that, because if you're feeling that way, ironically, you're not alone, because 50% of the population is feeling that way. But as the wheels of government continue to turn slowly, people across the country have mobilized more quickly to respond to isolation. Here's just a few examples and ideas of how we might defeat loneliness together. This one is Crying Vibe Club. Through her beloved TikTok series Crying in DC, Kiara McGowan offers insights into the best public places to cry in the city. It all started when she lost her job and found herself in tears all over the city, and it all converged when she hosted a Crying Vibe in-person event at her local library, which she now runs regularly. Attendees are given a space to introduce themselves, talk about emotions, and have permission to let it all out in a safe community with one another. There's also quite a bit of levity, including branded tissue packs and bingo games to award the biggest crier of them all, as well as playlists that may or may not induce tears. I thought you guys would especially love that music aspect of it. It's been interesting to know that the worst thing that's ever happened to my life, like, built this and helped a lot of people, McGowan told the Washington Post. It also made me realize that I'm not alone. You know what I mean? What you can do when the big feelings surge, instead of crying alone or wallowing in the shower, that you can certainly start there, call up a friend, and ask if you can let loose. Chances are they'll have something to cry about too. Bonus points if you meet up to watch a tearjerker movie, wipe your tears on a park bench together, or invite more folks to your well-deserved pity party. The next one is cuddle therapy. Science has backed this universal truth: human touch can improve our mental well-being. For folks who live alone or may not have access to hugs, snuggles, or affectionate pets, cuddle therapy provides an alternative. Professional cuddlers create a safe space to offer non-sexual physical touch, from hugs to hand-holding and everything in between. Some practitioners start with cuddling stuffed animals, or may even invite animal therapy helpers to support clients, but ultimately professional cuddlers provide trauma-informed, completely consensual touch that aims to provide comfort and human connection. I think most people are afraid of vulnerability, cuddle therapist Crystal Cabot told Pittsburgh City Paper. I think cuddling is really honestly the foundation to start to love oneself, and then start to move into being able to love another. What you can do, aside from enlisting a professional cuddler, try to invite consensual human touch into your daily life. Even if it's out of your comfort zone, offer friends a hug, explore platonic hand holding, or even try something more active like partner yoga or contact sports. If you want to start smaller, there's no shame in investing in a snuggly plushie or a weighted blanket to give yourself a hug too. Or you can just have a little Afghan, or Afghan, as my dad would say. My dad was cute like that. He said Afghan. Let's see. Porch Fest. Since 2013, neighbors in Buffalo, New York's Elmwood Village have hosted Porch Fest, an arts and music festival that takes place on a rotating stage of various front yards and porches throughout the neighborhood. But it's not just the live music that draws crowds. A study of nearly 1,000 front yards in the neighborhood found that the livelier and more open the front yard, the more content and connected the resident feels. This means accessories like garden gnomes, little free libraries, I love those, or even enticing landscaping or yard signs made these residents more likely to strike up a conversation with their neighbors, and in turn cultivate a sense of place. This kind of relates, David, to oh my gosh, my hair looks like this. To Crackers, your little parrot, that, you know, just starting that conversation and having a reason to connect. You can do that through your yard, or you can do that through accessories or your clothes, or, you know, a statement shirt or something that can start conversation. The Elmwood Village Association is passionate about maintaining the quality of life in our neighborhood. From organizing annual cleanup events to planting thousands of flowers, installing holiday light poles, wreaths, and lighted snowflakes, we are committed to the beautification of Elmwood and making it a better place to live. What you can do: strike up a conversation with your neighbor. From front porches and garages to communal laundry rooms and elevators, allow space to interact organically with people who share proximity with you. If you're feeling extra brave, start a new community project like urban gardening, holiday caroling, trash pickup, or an open mic night. We actually have the treat thing that we made for Ricky. We actually have that in our front yard, so dogs and stuff in the neighborhood can get a treat in Ricky's memory. So we're honoring Ricky, and it brings people together in the neighborhood. All right, so which was your favorite of those three? I'm curious which one you are. I'm curious which one resonates the most with you. Are you telling me to try Halls and Dr. Pepper? I actually don't drink soda, but I will probably try a Halls here in a little bit if my throat doesn't sound better. I also don't drink milk. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm shooting down all the ideas. I'm vegan, so I don't drink milk. My dog's name is Morgan. She's a little toothless elderly Chihuahua. David says people will stop on walks and comment to me on my garden when I'm out working. It's always nice to hear. I love that it's validation and just connection. Vapor rub, yeah. Am I the only one that has noticed that vapor rub has changed over the years? Vicks Vapor Rub, I actually have a jar of the old stuff in my little comfort box because the old one has a little bit stronger of a menthol smell and it reminds me of my mom. So I have that as my comfort one, but then I have one that I actually put on myself if I'm feeling sick like this. So yeah, definitely going to do that. So about at the halfway mark, we're 55 of our 250 goal. I want to open up for everyone to share a struggle, and then we'll move into our wins. I say if you do a struggle, you got to do a win too, though, okay? So a win could be anything. It can be that you called a friend, that you went for a walk, that you signed up for therapy. It doesn't matter, that you got up today, whatever it is. But I invite you right now to share a struggle, and then we can also go through our wins. So I do struggle first and then win. So I'll give everybody a second if they want to get those in. Barry says, even though you may not see it, you truly are an angel for so many around the world. Despite everything you've been through, continue battle with you towards your light in the darkness. Well, thank you. I needed that today. I definitely needed that today. Do you have Vicks nose rub? We don't have nose rub. It's like a chest rub. And yeah, it helps. Actually, there's I think right now it's an allergy thing. If you notice my eyes are swollen, I think it's an allergy thing. But there is a product. It's by CO Bigelow. It's called Cold and Flu Soak, and it is amazing. Taking a bath with that stuff is amazing when you're sick. It always makes me feel better. But that is not on the list right now of things that I can get. But that stuff I highly recommend for colds and flus. Ash says, I'm feeling pretty alone today. Well, hopefully this helps you feel a bit more connected. So just the stream is something that I do. So I can't go and cuddle everyone, and we're not here in person to do like a community thing. Although, there's going to be one big event next year that's maybe we can all meet up for, just saying. But seriously, this is a way that we can all connect online. If that's all we can do right now, that's all we can do right now. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty isolated too. Like I said, that's been my biggest struggle, is the holiday is really making me feel isolated and lonely also, even though, and this is interesting because I know that some people are sitting there. I know it because I've been there. Some people are sitting there going, but you have your kids and you have your fiance, and I could finally say fiance, that you have your fiance and you have the community, but it doesn't fill that hole of those people that are missing. It doesn't fill the hole of my friends or my parents. And so I'm still feeling grief and struggling and trying to hold space for that while still being grateful, obviously, for the community here, or Erin or Bryson or Aurora. I'm still very grateful, but I'm still feeling that loss. And I don't want to discount that, Oh, Spencer says I have friends moving to Phoenix and we'll be visiting them. Yay! We'll have to grab lunch or something. David says, if you're feeling so alone, you could always let me out of this confined dungeon. Nice try, David. I see what you did there. T. Montgomery, yes. T. Montgomery saying, yes, Vicks has changed. It's way weaker now and even kind of right, man. I feel so validated. I feel so seen right now. I felt like I was the only person that noticed it, and it was starting to feel like a glitch in the matrix. So thank you for validating me. I'm actually really excited to see which designs everybody goes with. I wish that we could do a video call. Well, on Patreon, we do a video call every month, a little Zoom call so we can see each other. I was going to say, I want to see everybody in their shirts, but I'll do a collage. If we get enough people that get the shirts, I'll do a collage and post it over on the community. Thank you, Eugene. I'm writing a book, Loose Auto Bio. Whether it's a win remains to be seen. Just getting it out is a win. And I keep having to tell myself that. And thank you very much for the pledge. We're at 65 of our 250 goal. Anything we can get right now is great. 250 is the goal, but I really want to do the outreach and stuff, but it's a win just to get it out. And I have to tell myself that because I'm in the throes of trying to get a book published, and it is an uphill battle. It's so challenging. It's, you write it and then you edit it and then you edit it again and then you edit about 17 more times and then you have an editor edit it and then you have to try and find a literary agent and then that literary agent has to find a publisher and then it gets published. It's a long process. But just getting it out is the first step. Just writing it, that's the first step. And it's very therapeutic. It was very therapeutic for me to get some of that stuff out. Hey, Pat. You say you edit as you go, but then you wind up having to edit again in the end too. I edit as I go too, but I did have to edit in the end as well. I'm a little right now, Burke, but I'm going to be okay. Steve says, I watched this video the other day about clearing your sinuses. I tried. It did a little, but as a scientist, I have to think about placebos, but whatever works. I honestly don't care if something's a placebo. If it works, it works. Okay. Feel free to keep sharing your struggles. I'll try to read them as I can. Like I said, if you shared a struggle, also have to share a win. Thank you, Bert. You also have to share a win, but I do want to get into that before I don't have a singing voice. that would just be awful if I couldn't do the Snap Cup song. So a few days before the stream, I always post over in the community, allow everyone to post their wins, and I'll read them here on stream. This is inspired from Legally Blonde 2 and comes with the song, Snap Cup time, gather ye round, friends and foes together, united and bound. Pass it to your neighbor instead of blowing up, and you'll find harmony and love in a Snap Cup. Oh, that was more challenging than I thought it was going to be. Spencer, I'm the queen of understanding IVF struggles, so I am here holding space for you, my brother, because that is not for the weak of heart, and it is something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Well, maybe my worst enemy, but certainly not anyone in the community. It's really awful. Oh, thanks, David. David appreciated my louder snap. See, I'm getting better. It's not fair. It's not fair at all that we have to go through that. Okay. Ash, are you still in here? Have you fallen asleep yet? I haven't seen her in a little bit. Hopefully she's still here to hear this. Ash Carr says, normally I keep these short, so I apologize in advance. No need to apologize. For the last few months, I've been falling in love with my best friend. I try to not let it show when I'm around her because she's mainly attracted to men and isn't looking for a partner anyway. I guess I should mention that we work together also. When she's having a rough day, I'll write her cute uplifting notes that she reads when she comes back from lunch break if we don't take one together. She's never told me it makes her feel uncomfortable or anything, just that it makes her happy to read my notes. Making her smile means the most to me. So Amanda, being gay in this small town of Pennsylvania is so hard. I'm surrounded by religious and straight people. So on one hand, being in love with her is a struggle because I know it ends in hurt eventually, but I'm also counting it as a win because I've been broken so many times. I didn't think that I could ever care about someone again. I'm so happy for you. I love. So I think that you're right. It's a huge win that you are being able to open your heart. That's the win in and of itself. So hopefully she will open up to you and shares those feelings. You said she's mainly attracted to men, so I'm assuming she's at least bi. So I hope that there's able to be some connection there, whether romantic or not. Remember that love doesn't always have to be romantic. That would be amazing if it did end up in a love story. But even if she just does end up being a good friend like this, that is still a really big win because you're still opening your heart up to her as a friend. And I really think that is beautiful in and of itself. I'm sorry that you're in a small town where you're not really accepted for who you are. I just want to remind everybody that you're definitely accepted here in this community. This is an LGBTQ plus friendly community. So you're accepted exactly as you are here. So big snaps to Ash. Oh yes, Wolfman, if you become a channel member, by the way, you do get a super chat or super sticker each stream. So Wolfman, who's been a member for 5 months, thank you so much, says, struggling with the fact that I put all my energy into helping my family and friends and don't recharge my energy even on empty, I still keep giving. I can relate to that more than you know. I know that it's very hard to break that giving people pleaser mindset. And my biggest suggestion for that is, when somebody genuinely needs help, this is what I do. When somebody genuinely needs help, then I try to be there. But I also try to work on saying no when there's lower stakes. So when it's something that's not really high stakes, that's not somebody needing help, I try to say no more often just to kind of get myself comfortable with that. But it is really important to recharge your own energy. So especially if you're a people pleaser, especially if you want to help other people, it's very important that you are recharging yourself. And that doesn't mean that you can't help them. That just means that in between those things, you have to be doing things that fill your bucket. So make sure that people aren't draining your bucket, draining your happiness bank, and never putting deposits into it. And you're never putting deposits into it. And the way I look at it, the way I framed it to my brain that really drives it home is, I want to help those people, and I can't help those people if I can't help myself. So I focus on, and I know this is kind of crazy, but I'll focus on helping myself so that I can help other people. And that kind of forces me to take time for that self-care. So it's really a perspective thing. Barry says, my struggle, being and feeling like I'm in constant isolation, darkness. My win, if you can call it that, fighting my thoughts of ending things and still being here. That's absolutely a huge win. Huge win, especially when you're feeling isolated. So I'm very happy for you. I'm proud for you. I'm proud of you for continuing to fight. It's not easy. I know it's not. We're here. We got your back. If you fall, we will catch you. Don't let me sing anymore today, guys. Jeff Reynolds says, my wife helped me block apps that were making it hard to detox from my addiction, corn addiction. I know, I have to say it, YouTube. I'm now 24 hours sober and hoping this is the one that keeps momentum. Yay! I'm proud of you for your 24 hours of recovery from that. I know it's a very, very difficult one, and I'm really happy that your wife was there to help you with that. And I know there's a couple programs. If you email me, I will connect you with them. There's a couple programs online that are very, very helpful with that specific addiction. And again, I'm sorry that I have to say corn, but YouTube, unfortunately, treats us all like children that aren't allowed to talk about adult themes. So I know you guys all know what I'm talking about. But I'm very proud of you that you're taking that first step of that detox, of getting your 24-hour mark. So yeah, big snaps to you. Whew. Okay, Scott Clark. Scott, are you still in here? I think I just saw you a minute ago, right? Scott says, I worked that snow removal job came through. I put in a 24-hour shift last weekend and another 11 hours Monday. Holy cow. And I will be in at 3 a.m. Sunday morning. This money means my kids get to have a Christmas and I can pay my mortgage. It's a huge deal for me mentally and for my wife. We're breathing again, at least a little, not out of the woods, but a little better. Hey, a little better is amazing. Like one step in the right direction is forward movement. So big snaps to you that job is working out for you and that you're able to get a Christmas for your family and start catching up and stuff, because yeah, seriously, that's progress, and things don't shift overnight, and that's progress. It's steps in the right direction. Just make sure that you're taking time for yourself and taking time for your family outside of work. But big snaps to you for that. T. Montgomery says, really struggling with things about my cousin. Seems the cancer has moved into his liver now, on top of trying to get out. Just really down at the moment. Understandably, when you are already in a difficult situation that you're trying to navigate, and then this hits you. I'm really sorry for that additional weight, that additional heaviness that is there with your cousin. I hope that at the very least, you're able to be there with him, bond with him, help him be comfortable through this time, connect with him, and really make the memories while you still can. And I hope that things are moving in the right direction of being able to get out. So big snaps there. Check. Okay. Hi, YouTube. Randy Q says, so it's more of a 50-50 win, but I finally got into my physical therapy for an old military injury that has been flaring up recently due to it being winter again. But it's been on my mind for almost a month. So now it's one less thing I have to worry about. So I call it a small win. I would say it's a huge win because it'll help you towards your healing. So big snaps for that. I'm glad that you were able to get into that and start the healing process. So big win. Whoa, T. Montgomery, by the way, I just realized that you've been a member for 16 months, so thank you for sticking with us here. But yeah, the super chat, super sticker is one of the perks of becoming a channel member. You also get to vote on future reactions that I do, and you get special emojis that you can use in the comments and here in the stream. So that's another way to support the community. Aurora is telling you guys to support the community too. Gabriel Loria says, I live to experience my 37th birthday on November 16th. Happy belated birthday. So happy that you made it another year, another cycle here. So just another new beginning. So very happy belated birthday. Oh, Dead Demon says, I have a big win. Feel free to share. And if you do want to make sure that I see a message, using the super chat or super sticker function is a great way to do so because it gets kind of crazy. And then that will highlight it like this so it makes sure that I see it. And then that will go toward the goal total. Rap of Wonder says, I faced down the closest I've come to ending it all in 10 years. And I said, not today. I love it. Not today, Satan. Not today. I got out of bed the next day and went to see my doctor. I'm still here and I'm still going. That is so huge that you were able to see that and go, nope. And I'm very proud of you for that. That's not an easy thing to do. But I always say, fight the voice, fight the shadow, or learn to work with them, but you do have the power to say, I'm not going to listen to these thoughts, because we have millions of thoughts every day. We don't have to give all of them attention. We don't have to listen to them. So good on you for not listening to them, for getting out of bed, and for taking that step to go to the doctor so that you can start getting treatment, so you can start looking into different options for moving in the right direction. We have 15 more minutes. We got to hit the goal. We have to hit the goal. Yeah, I do have tea. I have tea right here. It's feeling really good. It has some flax milk in it, and that's feeling really good. Okay. Dave Gap says, my win, I can now publicly celebrate the engagement. Plus, I can't read right now. Words are hard. I no longer have to stress about letting it slip. Thank you. It's been stressful for me too, because I always had to remember the past couple of weeks to take the ring off, to not mention it, to not say anything. So it's been really hard for me, and I'm glad that I could finally announce it. Again, if you haven't watched the latest short, make sure to go do so. I was pretty proud of the announcement. I was pretty proud of it. That was pretty awesome that we found that. Demon says, I was given a foam mattress, which I was able to cut down to fit my van, and my back has stopped hurting. Snaps to you for finding that solution. That's amazing. Let's see. The YouTube channel, here you are. I helped a wheelchair-bound man get on the bus. The sidewalks were full of snow here in Quebec City, and the ramp could not be lowered enough, so I put my weight onto it to ensure he entered the bus. I had to push him into the bus. The wheels were full of slush and weren't turning freely. I rarely see wheelchair users take the bus, mostly moms and dads, which I'm happy to help. It costs nothing to be nice after all. C'est très gentil. That is so sweet. I love that. I love that you have two wins here. You have this win of being here, of showing up. You have this win of helping, this guy. Whoa. Brain fog. helping this guy. And of course, that does fill your bucket. When we help people, it does fill our own bucket. Like I was saying, that's why I have this goal. So yeah, I'm kind of pushy about it because it really helps me help the community. So it just brings so much joy, and it doesn't always cost something to be nice. And there are things that I will do regardless to help people. I like to, make little dinners and stuff and take them out to people that I see around Christmas time that are on the streets, help them get warm clothes if they need that, or whatever I can do. I do as much as I can to try and help with it costing nothing. But that can help too when we can help people in different ways, But big snaps to you for helping him onto the bus. Ted T. Montgomery says, my question is, did she let Aaron go, or is he still chained up? Well, I let him out to, bring me tea and a beanbag and stuff. So he gets a little bit of fresh air. Oh. I just tried to take the one out and dropped it back in. Let's see. Mr. Winkle. Is that a euphemism? Mr. Winkle says, no wins for me, but still ballin'. No, because the ballin's the win, my dude. For Riz, shiz. Come on, Brayson. Come up here and give me some slang terms. But don't, because I'm in enough pain. I don't need that sucking out my soul. But seriously, snaps to you for still ballin'. I don't even know how to slang talk anymore. Although I did my most recent sign to Bryston. My most recent sign to Bryston when he was deciding to not clean his room is, my bro, real Sigma grind set equals clean room, clear mind. Go riz up that drip and stuff before I go final boss parent mode. You have 6 or 7 minutes. So that was my note to Bryston, my 14-year-old, the other day. Lexi says, just saw your engagement video. Congratulations. Never saw you as a Saw fan. I know I don't really appear as someone who would be a follower of John Kramer, but here we are. Pink and all. Yes, I'm a huge Saw fan. Saw got me through the IVF. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing that. I hope that the video kicks up and goes a little viral, so eventually Tobin Bell can see it. Because nothing would make me happier than getting a congratulations from Jigsaw himself on the engagement. Eisenheim. I went with Eisenhower and then Eisenberg. Eisenheim says, for me, it was a couple of weeks ago when I talked myself down from the ledge because I don't have anyone. We were just talking about how common that is to feel so isolated and how so many 50% of us are feeling that way. So snaps to you for being able to talk yourself down. If you feel a little need for connection, feel free to come join us here on the stream. And hopefully we can hold space for you and make you feel a little bit more connected, even if we're just through a screen. But snaps to you for talking yourself down. Eugene says, we lost our cool slang usage card when we became parents. Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, let's see. Oliver, she's a disciple of John Kramer. He's more real than anything else I could be a disciple of. The Wolfman says, the daily struggle is real. Sometimes you lose, sometimes it's a draw, and sometimes you win. Right now, it's a draw, and I'm here and still going. Maybe that's a win as well. Thank you for you and the community. You all help more than you know. I'm glad that we can provide some level of support. I know the daily struggle is real. We're feeling it too. But yeah, sometimes you lose, sometimes it's a draw, and that is a win because I sometimes say I don't even care if anything good is happening. I just don't want anything bad to happen. I just don't want more stress and drama and stuff. So yeah, sometimes the neutral, sometimes the draw is still a win. So yeah, snaps to you for realizing that. Dadine says John Kramer did have a point, even though it was twisted pictures. Yes, I do think that he did have some really excellent points, maybe extreme life coaching, but yeah. Autistic Warriors say listen to The Jig Is Up by Ice Nine Kills. Actually just did that reaction over on Patreon here a couple weeks ago. So yes, Bryson introduced me to Ice Nine Kills, and I did a reaction because there's exclusive Patreon reactions, and I think it was my second to last one because I did one in the last stream. So I do live reactions over there, and then I do just reactions like I do here on the channel, but exclusively over on Patreon. So yeah, The Jig Is Up was one of the ones I did. And I just went off onto this whole spiel about the psychology and the lessons of John Kramer. So go check that out. Stay! Oh my God. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Steve. If I don't die. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I was really worried that we weren't going to get anywhere near our goal, and that just threw me off. I was getting kind of anxious. So thank you so much. Steve says, I love helping people. I know we always can't. We have to take care of ourselves sometimes, but never forget where we came from. Absolutely true. And thank you so much for that. I love you, love you, love you. So we are at 165 of our 250 goal. So thank you so much. Jesus, Steve. Jesus is real. Jesus is here in my chat. Well, that's cool. Let's hang out. Let's hang out, brother. Have some questions. The new slang is most non-triumphant. Wild stallions rule. What? Oh, he says, watching the whole Saw franchise is becoming harder every year since a new movie comes out. I've only watched all the way through the ones. Actually, I take that back. I haven't seen Spiral, and I don't really want to watch it. I watched the kill count for it, so I know how it ends. Shout out to the Dead Meat channel. But yeah, I know how it ends. Aaron does not, so shh. But yeah, I've definitely watched all the rest of them. But yeah, I feel like it would be hard to watch them all every year. Aaron will make fun of me. You guys will make fun of me probably for this too. Except Christmas movies, I will not watch the same movie within like 5 years of each other. I think it's partially because time just goes by so fast, but it just feels like I'm repeating myself. So there are very few movies that I'll rewatch at all, but I don't like to rewatch movies or shows within 5 years of each other. And I think we watched Saw, was it 2023, babe, that we watched Saw? I think it was 2023. Oh gosh, looks like we got a troll here. Thanks, David, for whatever happened. I don't know what messages got deleted, but thank you. Thanks for keeping the trolls out. Look, it's a little bitty win, and I love it. Spencer says, starting counseling again. That is a very big one. Snaps to you. I hope that they're able to help you get some perspective. Counseling can be huge, especially going through the IVF process and fertility. I really highly suggest, and Spencer had mentioned this earlier in the chat, so that's what one of the things that was really weighing on him. If you are going through something specific like that, if you're going through addiction, if you're going through IVF struggles, I will say that it's really important to find a therapist that has experience with that, because there's struggles that go with addiction, IVF, that kind of thing, that someone who's never been through it might not be able to give you the direction and perspective that I think is very important. So that's just my insight and input. Hello, Easy Chair Resident. We have other creatures in here. Oh, thanks, Craig. If we have other creatures, I want to know. Do we have like dragons? I mean, a minute ago we were talking about having Jesus. Is Jesus technically another creature? No, he still would have been a man, right? Well, no, because he's the son of God, so he would be, I don't know. I'm not even going to work that out in my head. A cosmic Jewish zombie. David says, okay, great topic for the last 4 minutes. Best movie franchise. Would you like to hear more about the reverse bear trap? We can go there. Easy Chair Resident says, I mean, other carbon-based humanoid. bipeds. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that one was in pounds. Can somebody tell me how much that one was in pounds? Because I don't do conversion. Well, I could, but I don't want to sit here and do math. How much is that in pounds? Or how much is that in dollars? Let's see. We have one more win. We're coming toward the end. I have to figure out. I think that was probably $2. T. Montgomery says, spoiler alert, at the end of the Saw series, they hit an iceberg in the end. Dang it. Oh, so it's 133. Okay. So it's 56.33. So we are at 166.33. So we're a little under 100 short. Hopefully something sweeps in the last few minutes and gets us here, because I know I can smell dinner. Dinner's almost ready, but I always try to hold on. If we get a little bit of a pledge chain or something going on, I try to hold on and stay a little bit longer. Autistic Warrior says, I'm still getting up and making it through life. The holidays are almost here and I can't wait for the time off from school. I really need it. I can completely understand that. I went to school while I was going through IVF, and the breaks were just amazing to go, I can catch my breath for a minute. So I'm glad that you get to catch your breath, and I'm glad that you're getting up and making it through life. Snaps to getting up for another day. And that is all of the wins. If anybody else has any other wins, feel free to share them. Otherwise, we'll hang out for a few minutes, hope that we get the pledge goal, and then go make Aurora dinner and eat dinner myself. If I can even eat. Jesus Jones was a songwriter performer in the 90s, had a hit single called Right Here, Right Now. Duly noted. Pieces Was All a Dream by John Creamer. There is a scene like that, actually. Heard a fan theory that Stranger Things will end with all the kids are in an asylum all this time. That'd be kind of cool. I only watched the first season. I didn't get into it, but that would be kind of cool. We are 83.67 short. Thank you for doing that math, because my brain's just not going to do that right now. Thank you. That's not bad. We can do that. We can get that much. I'm going to try and hold on for another 10 minutes or so and see if we can get there, as long as I don't get yelled at for dinner. And I'm just going to say that merch will count. So there is a fee for merch, but the profit from the merch, if you do get merch, I will count that toward the total too. So any profit from the merch, I will count toward the total. I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to get to wear it. I get to wear my own design. That was pretty cool. And it's pretty relatable to anybody that knows me. I go to therapy so everybody else doesn't end up in a trap. Maybe that's what it should say. Yeah. She hates totes and obs but uses merch. I didn't say drip. I didn't say go grab my drip. Yeah. X-Men animated series versus Batman versus Gargoyles. Never watched any of those. Do your two sisters have some honey? It would be so good for your throat, and honey is one substance that never goes bad. Did you know that? I did know that. I'm vegan though, so we use agave as a sweetener. But yes, I did know that. Local honey is actually even better, because the bees make the bees oh my god, I'm trying to sound smart and my brain is just completely offline. The bees, basically, when they're pollinating and stuff, they're using the local pollens, so they create basically antibodies for the local allergies. Loving Louis Capaldi because of you. 10 years since my mom passed today, but Fade to Black's still my favorite reaction. Definitely gonna dive more into Louis Capaldi and his discography. I really enjoyed that, so I'm glad that that's helping you. That's helping you get through that grief and process that grief. T. Montgomery says, I don't believe she let Aaron go. He hasn't popped on at all yet. Aaron, they think I killed you or something. Oh gosh, I said the K word. Now I'm probably going to get hit for that too. I know he's making food, but maybe he can pop in with Aurora for a hot second and show everyone that he's alive. Or maybe if we get the rest of the pledge, Aaron will come in and you know, dance a little. Let's do it. Let's get the rest of the pledge so I can convince Aaron to go. Oh, you guys are gonna get pledges and I'm gonna choke to death. Thank you, David. Oh gosh. So now we should be at 63 something or another. I don't remember what the total was. Thank you, David. David says, test for the brain fog. Name the birthday of all 5 of your boys. Really, you're gonna go there? No. The voting, or oh my god, the voting check. I just legitimately read my fiance. I almost said boyfriend. I almost read his screen name, then almost called him my boyfriend. Does that tell you where my brain's? Oh, we got another. Is that a pledge? No, I thought it was a pledge. Nope. I'm raising dust bunnies. They're thriving. Oh, 63, 67. Thank you. Oh my god. What? Who's Uncle Roger? Oh my god. David totally asked me a question and I just spaced it out and I'm just feeling like an idiot. Okay. So Justin Timberlake is January 31st. Joey Fatone is January 28th. Lance Bass is May 4th. JC Chazet, Joshua Scott Chazet is August 8th. And Chris Patrick is October 17th. Voila. Do you want me to do years? Do you want me to do their parents' names? Do you want me to do city of birth? Do you want me to do, oh my gosh, what do dust bunnies always eat? I don't know. No, I'm just, David, I'm starting to get like sweaty. Can you guys see that I'm starting to get sweaty? It's bad. Yeah. Oh, no. No. They ate your socks. That makes sense. Autistic worse is the whole time I thought you were married to the Saw video went over my head. I think everybody already thought that we were married. So I don't think that you are. Labels are meaning. Steve Neighbor says, her mind is spent happens when you aren't 100%. My roommate has had COVID last week. I didn't even realize it was still going around. Amazing to see how tired the brain can get when you aren't even doing anything. Yeah, it is. You know what really scares me is that Chris Kirkpatrick turned 54 this year because he's born in 71. 54 this year, and I'm going, Jesus Christ, next year he would qualify to live in the senior living communities. And I'm just sitting there really allowing myself to let that sink in. I think Steve Neighbors was referring to Mr. Rogers. Oh, not Uncle Rogers. Okay, yeah. There's a new Guns N' Roses song. I didn't even realize Guns N' Roses was still alive and around. Sorry, I thought there was a pledge. No. Ow. I'm feeling grumpy, guys. Okay, so we are at 63, 67 left with a couple of minutes. Make sure. Sorry, I was trying to respond to another community member that seemed to be having a little bit of trouble. Okay. Alrighty. Couple more minutes, 3 or 4 more minutes. Forgive the ADHD. Mine wandered. I love Mr. Rogers. He doesn't get enough credit. I adore Mr. Rogers. Did you guys see the Tom Hanks Mr. Rogers movie? It was okay. There's okay. Without looking it up, the Mr. Rogers song, It's a Beautiful Day in blank. Go in the chat. Don't look it up. It's a beautiful day in go. I need to make sure that you're all from my universe. Tom Hanks is actually related to Mr. Rogers. That's wild. I did not know that. I'm gonna give another minute here to let everybody answer that. Do y'all hear Aurora singing the song of her people? Ugh neighborhood? It's not Ugh neighborhood, David. Beautiful day in my ocean yacht. Anybody else want to chime in here? Oh, Danny Tigre. Oui, quand mon fils était plus jeune, on regardait beaucoup Danny Tigre en français. Donc, quelquefois, la chanson est coincée dans la tête. C'est le village de Danny le Tigre qu'on chante on dit bonjour. So, everybody that has said the neighborhood is wrong. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. That is a huge Mandela effect going around, and I'm glad I wasn't the only one that got hit by it. Because, yeah, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Hi, Cliff. Thank you for your sacrifice and being an Army Ranger. I'm sorry that you are struggling, but there are quite a few other retired and active military members here in the community. So I hope that you will find yourself at home and find other people to connect with that can help with that. I can also recommend some different groups and whatnot for veteran-specific PTSD if you'd like. If so, just drop me an email or an Instagram message, and I will get you connected. Steve says, I just watched this a few days ago. I got 20 minutes in until tears came. What did you watch? Steve says, fellow Army person here, hot company, 2nd Battalion, 2nd ACR, Fort Polk in the 90s. Thank you for your sacrifice as well. How close is dinner to being ready? How much longer do we have? I'm trying to hold on because we're really close. I know we can make it. I'm trying to hold on. No, it's in this neighborhood. Tell me that that's not wild. Does that not sound wrong to you? It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. It's ready. But I don't want to. I mean, I do want it to be ready because I'm hungry, but I also don't want to let go because we have to hit our goal. We just have to. Rodeo says 2nd Infantry, Alpha Company, 4th Battalion, Hunter Army Airfield Base. Thank you also for your sacrifice. Easy Chair Resident says, I used to take care of a stable of riding horses. 8 of them is a good neighbor. Ow. Ow. Wow, doing this stream has made me. Y'all are going to kill me. But in a good way. I hope I don't look as dead as I feel. David, can you drop my email and Instagram in here for Rodeo? I think it's allergies, Easy. I think it's allergies. Eugene is UCAF, stateside Desert Storm Defense Ribbon. Thank you, thank you. Unfortunately, I have to get off here. I've been trying to hold on, but unfortunately, I have to get off here. Hopefully, we can meet the stream goal. Like I said, I really want to be able to do some Christmas outreach. It keeps me, it's honestly, like this week is for everyone else. The pledges for this week are for the community. And like I said, maybe we'll do some angels or something from the angel trees. But it does really help me fill my Christmas bucket and keep my spirits raised through the holidays, because they're very challenging for me. They have been ever since I lost my parents. They're a little extra challenging. The past few years, it was IVF and not having Aurora, and now I have Aurora, but I don't have my friends, and it's just, can the grief and loss stop, please? So it's really going to help carry me through the holidays and hopefully bring some joy and cheer to others. So if you are watching this at a later time and you would like to make a pledge, the information on how to do so is in the description below. And if we do wind up hitting the 250 from outside pledges, I will make sure to make a post over in the community to let everybody know. So watch for that. With that being said, we're going to be here again before Christmas. We're going to have to do a special stream. That's not okay. Oh yeah, so we'll be here. No, okay. We'll be here on the 21st. All right, so the next one is going to be on the 21st. The next one is going to be on the 21st, so we can all get together and have a little bit of Christmas love and cheer. Hopefully being. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to cry. Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. So that puts us, oh my God. That puts us at 50, 60, 70. That puts us at 286.33. Thank you. I'm not going to scream and hurt myself, so I'll just blow you all the kisses. Seriously, thank you. You want a signed brain? Hang on. I can send you a signed brain, actually, or a sticker. Hang on. I will get you a few options here before we jump off. I'll be right back, so you get to see inside the doors for a second. Come on, baby. I'm hungry too. I'll be right there. So, I don't have any of the stickers from the merch store yet. However, I do have stickers that I use for my Pango. So I always send out free little goodie gifts, or I can send you a little brain. So I can sign a little brain. If Ash is still in here, she got a little brain once. So Steve, let me know if you want this brain. This is the ADHD brain. This is the insomnia brain. Like I said, I can sign these, or I can sign a sticker. I do have, let me see, there's a couple that I think will be really, really good. I think you'll really enjoy. Actually, this one's my personal favorite. The attempted murder one. That was my personal favorite. Group of crows. Oh my God, where's the other one? I know that you're really going to love it. I have so many stickers. This one was one of my, what are my Halloween ones? I thought that one was really cute too. No. Oh, there it is. This one is my personal favorite. And if anybody else wants to make a pledge, I would be happy to sign a couple more stickers. But I wanted to, but my executive dysfunction, social anxiety, sensory overload, and burnout said no. How many of us can relate to this one? This one is on my, it's on one of my water bottles, because that one is the most relatable. So if anybody else wants a signed sticker, let me know which one you want, Steve. Yeah, send me the address on Patreon. Let me know which sticker you want. Thank you so, so much for making my day and making sure that we and Erin's just throwing in the, I'm a doctor. Yes, it really is an attempted murder. Oh, thanks, Ryan. Yeah, that's why I'm not feeling good. David, I swear I thought she said the insaw brain. That's exactly what I said. That's what you wanted to hear. Insaw brain. Erin says, just casually sitting on Justin's face. What can I say? Oh, and yes, that was your first one. Duh. I told you about this one. I totally forgot this was your first one. So hopefully we didn't scare you too much. Let me see if there's any other ones I think Steve might like. I know Bryson's going to come in and freak out on me here in a second. A lot of these are book related. I have a little bookshop. I say little. I have like 850 books in there. So a lot of these are book related, like the readers do it all night long. This one's a simple one, just believe yourself. Where's this class? I really like this one. These two, the I have no shelf control and the chasing that scholastic book fair high. Come on. We all know that feeling. So yeah, let me know which one you want, guys. If you had made a pledge, let me know if you want a sticker. Steve, I would be happy to send a sticker or a brain. So just let me know over on Patreon which one you want. Oh no, never mind. Whew. They're going to come in here and drag me out kicking and screaming. Aaron, by the way, you have to come make an appearance since we hit our goal. You have to come in and say hello and do a little jig for everyone. So I can't leave until Aaron comes in and, dances a little bit for us since we met our goal. I don't think Steve would have it any other way. So I think we need to see Aaron and Aurora before we sign off. There's just a closet of signed brains. Oh, there's Bryson.
I'm gonna come strangle you.
You may be feeling ill, but you still look toast. Be careful with my poor throat. Show us he's alive. They all think that Aaron is deceased.
Aaron, are you dead? He said no.
You have to come up here.
Aaron, come up here.
He says, hang on. I think that he's Hey, B.
What do you want?
Not what I want.
Oh.
No. You need to go get your plate ready for David.
Okay.
Your broken plate.
I'm gonna stab him with more than just
You
a
have
broken.
to get down so people can see.
Oh yeah,
you.
because I'm her height now. Yeah, I'm 5'4".
Aurora had a little piece of teething cookie stuck in her mouth.
Aww. Aurora.
She's a little bit wet too,
Okay.
so she needs to get changed.
Little wet baby. Aaron, you have to do a little dance since we hit our
I believe
goal.
your
Amanda dance.
your initial instruction was to
Here.
do this.
Oh, I can do that.
Hang on, let's see if Aurora can do it. Aurора's tightening her arms and won't move. Here, help Aurora dance.
I got it.
Help Aurora dance, but be careful with her.
Come on, Aurora.
She's so good at dancing.
Good job, baby. Dance your cares away. Worries for another day. Let the music play. Down in Fraggle Rock.
You're like,
Mama.
no, you can't do the Macarena.
She's saying mama.
She's doing the Macarena. Macarena.
There. We could do that. It's gonna be me dance.
Oh
Wait,
gosh.
you ready? Mom, you gotta help me
I
here.
remember Fraggle Rock. I love Fraggle Rock.
Ready? You gotta.
You've got little. Oh, it looks like she's got poop on her. I promise that is
That is
just
not-
teething cookie.
You can barely see it too.
Yeah, it's
Hey, you gotta help me. You
usually
gotta help me
poops
do
on the
the. It's gonna be
backside,
May's
too.
song.
Da, 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 da. Can you go change her? So we
Right
can
now?
have
No, I'm
before-
hungry.
Before dinner, I'm gonna log off, but we gotta go.
I'm gonna drag you out of that chair.
1 minute. And yes, I remember Fraggle Rock too. Glad we could all get a good dance in. Aurora's saying mama now, which is also making me very happy. Yeah, I knew that Macarena was about infidelity or something to that effect, but don't want Bryson beating me or dragging me out of here. So I am like way past when I was supposed to get off, and I think dinner's probably getting cold, and I have to make food for Aurora. But thank you guys so much for helping me reach the goal. Like I said, I think we're going to do some angel gifts and obviously some therapy and stuff for the community. So I will, you know what? I'm going to post over for members. I'm going to let them choose an angel or two for us to love on. So I will post that over on the members area, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. I love you so much. Thank you so much for helping me feel a little bit better, even if you can't help physically. You guys almost killed me physically, but mentally I feel better. So thank you for that, and I will see you soon. I couldn't even find the end button today. I guess I'm stuck here. Good night.